Bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio de Be-In, presentado por Mercedes-Benz. Acompáñanos a ser parte de una nueva era para el lujo automotriz en México. El concepto Rediscover Mercedes-Benz transforma por completo la experiencia de compra, precio único en todo el país, acceso en tiempo real a un inventario nacional y la libertad de apartar tu auto donde quieras, cuando quieras, con asesoría personalizada a las 24 horas. Esta innovación no surgió de la noche a la mañana, es el resultado de años de trabajo global con más de 40 expertos y equipos de España, India y Singapur, diseñando cada parte del proceso para que la experiencia sea tan impecable como manejar un Mercedes-Benz. México es el primer mercado en Latinoamérica en adoptar este modelo, y con ello, la marca no solo reinventa la forma de vender, sino la forma de conectar con sus clientes. En este episodio, Vanessa Luján, CEO de Fast Company México, conversó con Stefan Albrecht, CEO de Mercedes-Benz México, para entender cómo esta visión se convierte en realidad. Esto es Be-In, esto es Redescubrir Mercedes-Benz.
Be-In, conversaciones inspiradoras con las voces que transforman.
First of all, welcome and thank you for joining Be-In. We are very proud for having you. You have an incredible journey from Europe to Asia and now Latin America and in Mexico. Before we dive in to the spearhead that you're having in transformation Mercedes-Benz, I want to start with a personal question. And it is like, after all these years, after all the markets, what excites you the most for being in Mexico City? Aside from the Mexicans, of course. But what excites you the most to be here?
No, Mexico is, first of all, Mexico is a very nice and interesting country. I think Mexico is also a very high quality of life for living. I really enjoy it here in Mexico. And as such, being in Mexico, it's Mexico for us is the biggest market in Latin America. That's why we also have our hub here in Mexico, and we are serving Latin America. And as such, as Mexico is very important for us, and it's interesting for us. It's a gateway to Latin America, and it's very interesting in terms of culture and doing business and experiencing Latin America.
And you're enjoying yourself? You like Mexico?
No, I enjoy it very much. As I just said, it's a great country with good food and good people, and I think Mexico City has a lot of things to offer. It's a lot of good restaurants and bars and places to go in the country. In the meantime, I've seen quite a lot.
We're happy that you're having a great time in Mexico.
It's really great. I really enjoy it. I just came back from Bacala over the weekend. It's a great spot.
It's a lovely spot.
It's really good. I think one of the, because it's still a little bit laid back Mexico or traditional Mexico, not so touristic as many other places, and it's I would say one of the most interesting places in the country.
Bueno, whenever you want any tips for traveling in Mexico, I know that you have a great team, but also you can count on us.
Okay, good.
And now let's talk about business. You now are Mercedes-Benz is transforming its automotive business with the slogan Rediscover Mercedes-Benz. What exactly does this change means?
But the change is basically it's a unique shopping experience, a buying experience when you buy a Mercedes-Benz. Mm-hmm. So far, the customer went to the dealer, tried to find the car that the dealer has available. And then he was negotiating the best price, and then if it was matching, then he was purchasing the car and driving off the dealership. So with our new scheme tomorrow, basically what's changing is that first of all we have a central stock, and we control the stock. So we control where the stock is going, and also we control where the demand is coming from, so that we can deliver. So we want to reach the best match for the customer and what desire of car he has. For example, in the past, if you're in Guadalajara, but the Guadalajara dealer doesn't have the right car available because the
I have to find another
purchased, then
vehicle.
you would have to go to Monterrey or somewhere else in order to find it. So it's quite cumbersome. With the new scheme, basically, if you don't find the car in Guadalajara, we have in Monterrey, we bring it from Monterrey to Guadalajara and you get it. So you go still to your dealer in Guadalajara. If he doesn't have it on a spot, then he looks into the system where it's available, and then we manage to bring the car.
He do it for me, but I can also do it by myself, right?
No, we will do it for the customer. The customer doesn't have to do it by himself anymore. He doesn't have to go to Monterrey and do it. So
It's everything online.
It's everything online. We bring the car, and he can take it up in Guadalajara and drive
And
it
deliver
away.
it to Monterrey wherever I want. There's
Yes.
no problem at all with that.
No, in principle not. So this is the change number one. Change number two is that we look country-wise. So we have one price.
Okay.
So we always
I don't have to negotiate anymore.
we always try to find the best prices in the market, depending on the market situation, and it's the same. So
Okay.
whether you go to a dealer Guadalajara, Monterrey, or Chihuahua, or Cancun,
Chihuahua. It doesn't matter anymore.
it doesn't matter. You will have one price.
Okay.
So you don't focus on negotiating because you can expect that you have the best fair price in the market already, and now you focus basically on the car in what you want, and then the dealer is helping you in order to give you exactly the match that is matching your expectations.
It's the same price everywhere.
It's the same price.
My
everywhere.
customer experience will be better than before,
That's
right?
our intention.
That's
yes.
what we are expecting. And it doesn't matter, as you said, if I want from Yucatan or from Yucatan or Guadalajara or wherever I want, it's going to be for me. It's to enhance the customer experience, the dealers, I guess.
And also the dealers, because now dealers can also focus more on the customer. He doesn't have to focus on negotiating the price because we are setting the price, and he can focus on the customer. What does he really want? And he can focus on to get the best match for the customer to serve his desires.
Okay, and why now? Why now? Why after a century of selling vehicles, the how can I say it? The old way. Why now? Why do you have to reinvent it?
Because the world is changing all the times. I mean, we are on this planet since almost 140 years, and we always have to reinvent ourselves. Otherwise, we wouldn't be there where we are today as a brand Mercedes-Benz.
That's
and
true.
It's also depending on the innovations in the environment. So with all these internet technologies, market platforms, and everything, we were the first ones where we started in South Africa a couple of years ago to try this concept out. And since then, we're rolling out in many markets globally. And now in Mexico, we have the advantage that the system is already very mature due to the rollout in many other markets. And we were preparing for almost 2 years in order to get it really ready and sophisticated for the market requirements and market demands in Mexico. And we just started, and the start was very smoothly. So everything is working very well because it's quite complex with all these integrated technologies, especially the software technologies, end to end. To have it all in place and all the processes so that you don't have any disruptions on the systems, on the deliveries, on the logistics, on the payment process, on the invoicing, on the know your customer checking for anti-money laundering. So there are a lot of things that you have to consider, and you have to make sure that the system is working properly because otherwise customer will be disappointed if it doesn't work. So we had to
and it's
prepare
not
for
what
that.
you expect for Mercedes-Benz. You always expect to be smoothly, to be innovative, to make your journey better than it was, right? That's what you're looking for.
Well, we have to be at the forefront of technology, whether it's a car or whether it's also the experience in a dealership or in the after-sales service, and also when it comes to the sales process. So that's our aspiration that we try to deliver on.
You were saying that the Mexican market has the maturity to receive this technology. Do you have to change something between Latin America and how the way this new system is imposed in Mexico, or it runs smoothly, as you said?
Well, we are the first market in Latin America to implement.
Yeah.
And that's number one. And number two is every market has its specifics, including Mexico. So in Mexico, you have a very strict anti-money laundering process. And
we have to.
And we have to take care of that, but we have to take care of that in a fully digitized way, and in a way that is convenient for the customer. So customer now we on the first sales, one customer there was a feedback he even could upload his documents from the gym.
Oh, really?
So electronically. So if it's a very easy way in order to upload the documents and everything. Yeah. So it's very flexible, in order to make it very convenient for the customer.
Can you now that you're mentioning this, can you take us to the customer journey in this new platform? Or
Well, for sure, we can do that. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit.
Maybe we can make a test buy in
we can do an example. That will be great. But if I'm a customer, I just get online on the system, and I'm not gonna be worried about the pricing. I'm not gonna be worried about to find the vehicle or the automobile that I want. I don't care if it's in Mexico City, it's in Monterrey, whatever. And they ask me for my papers or for my down payment or things like that, and it's gonna be smoothly all the way.
Well, first of all, if you do it online by yourself and you feel
insecure,
first of all, you have the dealer. The dealer is still there, so nothing is changing with the dealer. The dealer is your point of contact. It's online and offline. It's fully integrated.
That's brilliant. You're having a more team, right?
The customer has more choices. He can go full online. He can go semi-online, semi-offline, or he can go full offline, and the customer is helping it through online in order to make it done. So if you feel insecure about certain steps in the process, you still have the customer to help you, and you also have a call center that helps you in that regard.
Okay, and whatever, it doesn't matter if the dealer is close to my home or not. They're gonna follow me all the way until I have my car.
You can choose whatever dealer you like. It's your choice. But obviously, it makes sense to have a dealer close to your home because at the end you have to pick up the car and you have to go there, and you also need the dealer for service. So it makes sense to choose a dealer which is in your environment rather than 1,000 kilometers away.
So we are enhancing the customer experience, and that's great. And that's all Mercedes-Benz. And now, also this campaign launch coincide with the release of 4 new entry-level models. With these models, do you think that it would give Mercedes-Benz a strategic edge over other brands in such a competitive premium market? Because you're in such a competitive premium market.
Well, I mean, the strategic edge comes basically with the development of the car and its unique features. These models here have a specifically designed out of this, and the strategic edge comes with the new system of how we're selling this car now in the country with Rediscover Mercedes-Benz.
What I love about cars nowadays is that you don't have a car for a man or you don't have a car for a woman. You can have the car you want whenever you want in the different specific life that you have, because I believe that you have different life in the same one. And that's something that always Mercedes-Benz is trying to take care of the customers and how the customers are aging and how the customers are changing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, actually, women are a very important customer base for us because women are more and more behind the purchasing decisions of the car, which is, I think, in many cases underestimated. We don't do so. We have a special program called She's Mercedes-Benz in order to address this women as a specific customer. Women are equally important as men, and we have to take care of this, especially on a global scale. Women are more and more behind the customer decisions of purchasing a car.
Yeah, we love driving. And how does this shift impact revenues, margins, profitabilities for Mercedes-Benz in Mexico? What are your short and medium-term expectations?
Well, actually, our intention is with this shift is in order to provide the ultimate customer experience on purchasing a car, and to be to the extent possible to make it convenient to the customer to get the car that he likes and to find it and to find it at the right price. So once we are fulfilling all these expectations and everything is successful, then the customer obviously he will appreciate that, and then hopefully this also spreads around, and then more and more customers are coming to Mercedes-Benz because Mercedes-Benz is a unique brand in the country who is offering this, and this should help us at the end also to generate more revenues, and revenues is driving profitability for us and for the dealers and for everybody. So as a as a whole concept, it should contribute to that, including obviously the cars, which are the most important things, because the cars are the products, and the product development is basically key to have the right products to serve the customer requirements.
Yeah, of course. If the customer is having a great journey and has the great final product, they're gonna keep telling.
We're just launching now our new generation of cars, which starts with a CLA. And over the next years, we are rolling out almost 30 new models in 25, 26, 27. And it comes with new technology. And now we developed our MB.OS systems, Mercedes-Benz operating system. CSA is the first car which is carrying this technology. And this combines automotive driving technologies, internet technologies, but also Mercedes-Me technologies to get connected between the car and Mercedes-Benz. So it's a platform that unifies all these elements. It's developed by us, not by a supplier as it was in the past. And it's also customized to specific markets, whether it's in China, whether it's in Korea, Japan, or Mexico and Europe. So it also combines all these elements to have an open platform to integrate those app technologies, for example, which are relevant in Mexico, because Mexican customers have different requirements than Chinese customer. And but this platform now provides for the first time this openness to have it really customized to the region and the markets. And the new generation of automotive driving technology, it's amazing what the car can do. I just saw a video driving through busy roads in China. It's the first system on that level which is launched in the market. So also here we are number one.
Well, I saw you at the Bicentenario Park when you launched the Class G, and that was amazing. It was turning all around. It can do a lot of stuff that we'll love to do.
The G580, the electric.
And it's electric.
It's a great car. We had a custom event, and we had the G500, G63, and the electric. And all the customers really like the electric because the driving experience is amazing.
You have that goal, right? To make Mercedes-Benz in 2030 electric?
That's a vision.
That's your vision.
I don't think that by 2030 we will end.
It's 5 years from now.
It's unrealistic to expect that from 2030, 100% of our cars will be electric. This was the aspiration, but since the development on the globe is on a different scale, in Norway, almost 100% electric is today already. The customers buy for that.
Yeah.
But it's Norway specific because Norway doesn't have an automotive industry. They go for the environmental protection and CO2 requirements, and they put subsidies on electric cars, so the customers 100% shift to electric automatically. This is one of the most advanced markets in the world.
What is one of your goals?
Ultimately, it's one of the goals, and ultimately, I think that's the future.
The 2030 is unrealistic. It's 5 years from now.
No, this will be unrealistic. That's why we also adopted our strategy that we will continue to try to offer both choices: electric cars, gasoline cars, and hybrid cars in the middle, to serve the needs of the customers, depending on where he is, whether he's in Latin America, in Asia, in Europe, or in the Americas. It doesn't matter. So we want to deliver that the customer has the choice, and we deliver. And everything should be basically pretty much on the same price point. So it's not like in the past where electric was much more expensive than combustion engine. This will merge together more and more. So then the future generations, I think it will be pretty much on the same price level. So the customer basically is deciding on the drivetrain and not on the price point.
That's true. And that's amazing. And also it's amazing that you have that point of view. And it's not just only for what Mercedes-Benz wants. It's also that the market allow it. No? You have to make the country able to receive all the electric things.
Yeah, and the country also needs to develop the infrastructure for that because it's very important. If you want to have an electric car and you want to drive from here to Puerto Escondido, you need a charging.
So I need a ride.
Yeah, so today it might be still a challenge in Mexico, but I think in the future Also, Mexico will develop the infrastructure to make it electric, because it's a global,
you have to go
it's a
with the
global trend
government
that
also.
you cannot ignore.
Yeah, you can do it by yourself. And now that we're speaking about technology, that has been a key driver in Mercedes-Benz transformation, your digital ecosystem is always evolving and has already become an important source of revenue to the company.
Well, the digital ecosystem, it's as I just mentioned with this new MBOS, it's the next level, and it's a big step ahead. And with the new system, of course, also new features are coming in to generate revenue over the system. But it's an add-on. It's not the key now to generate.
It's not going to change all the numbers that go around. It's part of the job.
We want to increase the product offering for the customer, for the convenience. Customers want to have, whether they want to have the video streaming in the car, or the music streaming, or anything else. We want to offer it, and certain features will be for free, and certain features will come on the cost base, and the customer can decide what he want to have. But we want to provide the best product offering, so the customer has a choice. At the end, it's his decision what he really needs in the car, and then he can. But we want to provide the options, right? If you don't have the options, and the customer can find it at the competition, he might move to the competition.
No, we don't want that.
No, we don't want that
either. We are
either.
taking care of the customers, so they don't move. Actually, you're with these innovations and taking care of your customers as first of everything, you're making a statement.
No, we are making a statement, and it's not only the system. Then we are the first company who has the full screen end-to-end in the car. It's which is a great technology coming from Korea, but we're the first one to develop this with the suppliers, and it makes an entire difference in the look and feel of how you enjoy the online experience in the car.
We're gonna have to do that journey. I promise that. And with all these changes underway, how do you envision Mercedes-Benz, like in 5 years from now? Not in the electric way. You put it very clear for us that it's gonna be moving and we're gonna go in that way. But what else can we expect for Mercedes-Benz in 5 years?
Well, in 5 years, as I mentioned before, Mercedes-Benz is always reinventing itself. Yeah, so every year new technologies are coming, and this will evolve further. I mean, now with the new system, we discover Mercedes-Benz. In 5 years from now, this should be a local standard. Yeah, and probably other competitors also moving in that direction. Once the customers realize it's a much more convenient way to purchase a car. But this is just one element of our entire system in the country. We are further developing our products. We are also further developing our after-sales services, which are equally important.
After sales is very important.
And there's still a lot of things we can further improve for the future. We are working on this, and we want to give the customer the best experience over the whole life cycle that he owns a Mercedes-Benz. Not only when he purchased the car and walks out of the ownership. For us, it's important for the whole life cycle that he gets the spare parts that he needs. He gets it right on time. He has the right maintenance and everything, so that he's satisfied with the quality and the service of the car, not only with the product.
And I think that that's very important, because we couldn't forget that in sales is the pre-sale, this sale per se, and after sale is an important at the beginning of the journey, because you can lose a lot of customers in the final part.
And I mean, Mercedes-Benz is a luxury brand, and it doesn't matter.
That's what you expect.
It doesn't matter in which region you go to the planet. If you ask people, Mercedes-Benz is number one. But it doesn't come automatically. You always have to continue to work on this. And luxury is not only the luxury of the car. Luxury is also the after-sales service, and that's what we focus on.
Okay. Thank you for this interview. Thank you for your time. And this was a very insightful conversation. We'll learn more about how we are going to rediscover Mercedes-Benz. And I wish you the best of luck with that, because I know that you have been working with your team for a long time. you talk about us you talk with us about it like it happened in a minute, and I know that it has like years that you've been planning this. So we wish you the best success ever, and can with us whatever you want.
Many thanks, Valeria. It was a great pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And thank you everyone in Being for hearing us. Y no se olviden de darle OK a la campanita, seguirnos en YouTube y en nuestras redes sociales.
Be In. Conversaciones inspiradoras con las voces que transforman.
Be In es una producción de Lucid Films.